Hello, everybody. My name is Jarek Bucholc. I'm founder of Canada Real Estate Investors Club, Street Smart Real Estate Investing, real estate investing community, and many other ventures related to real estate investing. And today we have a very nice guest speaker, Mr. Mark Casiano from Calgary, Chestermere, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's correct. Yes, Jarek. Thank you.
Okay, so I would really show my appreciation that you are spending time with me and all the people listening to this presentation, and hopefully we will have a lot of interactions and we will be very productively discussing about real estate investing topics, right? So would you mind telling more about yourself, Mark?
Definitely. Thank you so much, Jarek, for inviting me here, for hosting this webinar, simple webinar. Sure. I really appreciate the effort that you're putting in, and as well as the Street Smart investing team to put this together. And I am just grateful that you are there to help us build the business. So thank you for that one.
There's no doubt. Pleasure. Always good to work with people like yourself, right? So there is always win-win situation, right? That's simple as that. And I always keep telling that real estate investing business or any other businesses, doesn't matter how hard you work, is always challenging us and is always need a lot of people which you can rely on it, can ask the questions and interact. So I'm very pleased to be a team member also with you, Mark, and other guys. And I'm very privileged to share my knowledge and gain from you two guys, right? So sure. Likewise, always. So Mark, how did you start real estate investing?
That was a great question, Jarek. So back in 2008, I moved to Alberta for a job, and I moved to a small town, which is really small, that I cannot do anything besides going to the gym, work, and sleep. And then I got bored and I started reading. And so the first book that I picked up about investing is this popular book. I know everybody would hear this. Rich Dad book. Yeah.
Rich Dad Poor Dad, is it?
The first book that I picked, and it basically opened my eyes to investing, not only in being tied up in your desk, in the office job, doing the work between 9 to 5, but also putting in or building a business to create another stream of income, which is, it depends what business they're in, but I realized it was real estate investing was really good. So after reading that book, I was just amazed and kind of excited to learn more about it. So I took some courses as well that the Rich Dad Poor Dad has put up back then. And I just took the online course, and that actually started me in doing the real estate investing. And so in 2010, that was my first purchase for my first rental property. This one here, I bought that one. It was actually located in Edmonton. So that was my first real estate investing challenge. So yeah,
we'll talk about the challenges, right? Oh, Mark. Okay, perfect. So you have taken the courses, you have read the book, and kudos for you because you've been actively working as a real estate investor. There is a lot of challenges. There's no doubt, right, Mark? Right. However, I would like to just emphasize how you are not giving up and you are not putting those manuals, those books on the shelves where are, collecting the dust. You are implementing, whatever within the best of your knowledge. However, you are not a person who is just letting go and, go back to the regular job. If I believe it, you are an engineer, right? At the same time.
I am not an actual engineer, technologist, which is the term here in Alberta. So I am an electrical technologist, and that's what I do. But I'm also entrepreneurial, if you would say, because I don't just want to be stuck in a cubicle doing the work. I know it's important, but as well, I want to create a multiple stream of income for myself and as well as for my families. We're all doing for the family, right? So
there is no doubt, Mark. Definitely, especially like you have to diversify the investment strategies, right? And real estate investing is very beneficial as long as you know how to do it, right? And so you are an immigrant, right, Mark?
I am an
immigrant.
Yes, I've been an immigrant. I moved here with my family back in 2003. But but we all know, and probably everyone else can relate, that they would just tell you. My parents would tell, go to school and get good grades so you can have good jobs and good paying income, right? It is true, you can have a good paying income and good job, but again, you would be just tied up in that box. But sometimes for people who are have this entrepreneurial mindset, they would just go out of that box, right? So
you'll no doubt, Mark. Yeah, go to school, study, then get a job, then work, then retire and have no money for retirement.
Still no money.
Because all the politicians will take your money away by the taxes, right? I'm a straightforward guy, right? So, yeah. Okay, so no sweet talk, right? So I appreciate very much for straightening this up. And let's talk about your real estate investing journey. You mentioned that rental property. Okay. Tell me more. How you structured the deal? Was it that based on the education, or give me more information about that first deal ever made by yourself?
So this project, the first project that I did, I actually don't have the full amount for down payment. I have some, but then in that program, and I believe other programs would say, go find other people's money and use that money for doing the real estate investing. And I started, I guess, sharing the knowledge to my brother. So my brother, I asked him, what, we have this, investment opportunity in real estate, mainly because I like it, mainly because it is tangible. You can kick it. You can force appreciate it. You can collect rents, which is great. It's cash flowing, and you can be able to as well deduct expenses because it's your business, right? So it was really a great business opportunity. So my brother, I believe, was convinced enough or saw the potential in real estate investing as well, and that's when we partnered together, pull in our money together to buy this property. So yeah, that's how it became an actuality to have this rental property in our hands.
Okay, so you mentioned a couple of very important parts of creative investing strategies, so like cash flow, right? People are definitely looking at the cash flow. So the property, if I understand, was cash flowing positively, right? Positive cash flow. You mentioned also on the forced appreciation, right? What have you done to appreciate? If anybody listening at this moment, this workshop conversation is leaning towards beginners and intermediate investors. So forced appreciation is you are increasing the value of particular property by increasing the sales value, by increasing the cash flow, by providing, for example, laundromats or increasing the value by the special booths or anything, whatever makes more money on the cash flowing intervals or by selling the property later on, right?
Definitely.
So forcing is more like the increasing the value of the property. And thirdly, you were talking about deductions, right? Tax deductions, right? So that's three things which I am very, very glad that you mentioned, right?
No, those three simple things can really make this business work for you, because you have an income coming in through the cash flow from the rent. You're forcing the value of the property, mainly putting in or renovating it to actually appreciate more for the property, and as well as the business expenses of running the rental business. So yeah.
Okay. So I'm just curious, how did you force the appreciation?
So for this one here, and you know this, Jarek, we just recently fully renovated this house.
Yeah, I know.
And it was a fixer-upper already, so it was a great time. We had our tenant move out back in May, and that's when we decided to actually, you know what, it's the best time for us to actually make this property's value to appreciate more, and as well as more livable for the tenant. So it's a win-win-win for everybody else. If we're gonna rent it out, the tenant will be pleased living in this beautiful, newly renovated house. And if we're going to sell it, it's the same thing. The buyer will not do anything anymore. We're just gonna move in and start making memories, right? So, and for the investor as well, who is for myself and the people who came in to pitch in, would appreciate the value of whatever the money they loan. So they're gonna get an interest for that one. So everybody who is involved in this will have will definitely appreciate, and will be a win-win-win for everyone.
Okay. Out of the context, there's also some many strategies to utilize and consider while doing any investment strategies, right? I'm just curious, have you applied for any grants for that property or other properties, or not really?
I did not specifically use grants for this one, but what the strategy that I used and love the most is using somebody else's RRSP money, which is really straightforward and simple kind of strategy to have a better return for their money, and as well as for myself to make this renovation come true. So
okay, cool. So you have used somebody RSP money for getting out. So let's cover what is the best strategy for the real estate investing, right? We understand that when you are in the real estate investing world, you cannot reject any other potential leads, right? Whatever comes through the pipe, you should be analyzing and knowing exactly what kind of strategy you should utilize it. However, what is the best strategy which you like the most from many?
So I am really studying this. I'm digging deeper on the RSP investing. I, for myself, is investing my own RSP in real estate investment properties, mainly because I see the value of properties going up. So the money can be used, like we've mentioned before, that they could use it to renovate properties. And so if you renovate property and putting it in the correct locations, like improving the kitchen or the bathroom, repainting, the value of the property goes up, and as well as the rental probability and income for that property will become higher for sure. So the RRSP money is what I'm really looking into, digging deeper, and excited to share this with other people, how they could be able to use their RRSP money in a very short period of time, 6 months possibly, into a year, to help out a real estate investor to fix their properties and gain a very beautiful return on their money, right?
You see me smiling, right?
Yes.
The reason being is very, very simple, right? People which are having RSP, more likely their returns are very low comparing to whatever they could have made from their RSP. And there is a lot of tricks and a lot of good strategies where you can make quite a lot of money from just a self-directed RSP. And definitely Mark will be very happy to let anybody who are listening that workshop to work. And hopefully I will see your future presentations about the RSP, Mark, right? So I'm very excited about that. Okay. So tell me, Mark, about what do you see? How do you see yourself in the near future? What your goals are?
My goals for in the near future is helping out other people who has the RRSP money or lira, anything that is registered registered in this government registered account, to actually invest their money in even a short period of time of 6 months and have a great return on their investment, return on their money, for helping out investors to purchase, to renovate, or to basically do a second suite for their houses. It's basically finding these investors together, use their RSP to do this, investing in those things. Yes. Okay. There's so much in there. That's why I'm just.
Of course, Mark. Definitely, helping investors in with their RSP money. That's part of the strategy which you would like to utilize it. And how do you see it? Your business, right? I'm talking not only RSP, but as a real estate investing structure business. How you want to grow it? How you want to build your real estate investing venture? How you see it yourself within a year, 5 years? That's what the question is.
Okay, so in the next 5 years, I would like to become the go-to person to basically have an investment property for anyone to put in, whether they're going to use their money from their RSP or their cash and stuff like that, to have an income property, whether that's going to be a single family, or multi-family. That's what I'm trying to become in the future.
Okay, perfect. So Mark, real estate investing venture is not easy. So what kind of challenges you are facing on a regular basis? How you overcoming them? It's very, very serious question, because I know every business person have a challenges, right? So can you elaborate more, and hopefully you can share your, bad experiences, right?
Yeah. One of the biggest hurdle for me is the mindset. I'm coming from an employee background, going to business and doing it on my own, but technically you couldn't do it on your own. And so this mindset shift needs to happen first, before you can build the business. So what I'm doing in order to overcome that problem is I talk to people. We have the Street Smart real estate investing group, who basically have gathered together to talk about challenges, talk about personal development, how we can handle this, the how-tos and why we're doing it. So if you want to become an investor, a business owner, or anything that you want to pursue in life, you cannot do it on your own, and you will definitely need people around you who has done it already. And that is why, go find these people and stick with them and listen, express or share your difficulties and problems with them, and will help you out. That is my biggest problem, Jarek, is my mindset. So, and I'm glad that I am part with a great group like Street Smart Real Estate Investing, where we come together and talk about real life problems, right?
Yeah. We had some nice conversation, Mark, and to whoever is listening, it's not easy. Everybody have different challenges. Everybody has different mindset, as you mentioned, right? But one of the most important thing is if you share those, concerns with other guys, which they have experienced that, they will tell you what they think about that. And maybe your small, big problem can be very, very, very small in somebody else's eyes, and they can help anyone, right? The most important thing is to not give up, right, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Take an action, share your concerns, be honest, and no bullshit stuff, right? Respectfully, right? We are human beings, we are business people, and we have to state it how that is, right? And I have had conversations with Mark, and honestly, Mark, if you keep asking me any questions, I am dedicating myself. I will do whatever it takes to work with you, because you took the courage, personal courage, and you were not shy to share what you had in your mind. And that's one of the things which quite not many people have, right? You know what I mean? So my dedication is very, very simple. As long as you will be willing to work with the Street Smart team, with us, with me, with other guys, you are in the good hands, and we are in the good hands of your you're very knowledgeable about some of the topics, right? Let's talk about that technology stuff, right? I'm not so sure if you want to really release some information, but Mark is coming up with the smoking technology where you can share distribute. Can you tell more, because it's much more.
Is this the beacon or the bots? Because we have two things.
There's so many things we are excited about, but let's talk about the beacon.
For sure.
Secret, right? And don't release any more information, though.
Not much, but this piece of technology is pretty exciting. It's been used to do marketing, proximity marketing. So essentially, if you have this piece of technology and you have a house for sale, anyone who is within that range will see in their pocket that there is something that this house is for sale, and they would be able to save and browse on their phone to see what's inside of this property. So they don't really have to go and pick up this piece of paper anymore, or call the realtor to book an appointment. They can essentially be able to do everything on their phone. So that is the quick preview of this one. It is really exciting to see this to actually be on the street.
Yeah. Imagine going to the trade show, and then you walking by and your phone is vibrating and telling, if you want to invest in that property, or if you want to buy house, sell house, or whatever you want to do, not necessarily on real estate side, your phone will be vibrating without even, knowing, or, that's amazing. That's a very, very amazing strategy. So whoever is interested, don't hesitate to reach out to Mark. Mark is the Street Smart guy team member, so he will be always nearby. and you can give the contact informations also, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they can reach me through my phone, which is my phone number is 587 840-6060. They can use that one to contact me, and they can also email me at mark@markcasiano.com.
Okay, perfect. So let's talk about how do you market yourself for the business, Mark, and what kind of challenges you have it.
This is very challenging but exciting because marketing is probably the best thing that you could do on your business, because if you don't know how you could be able to tell everyone else out in that in the area that you are doing business, then they would not know and come to you, right? So I still have this. It is one of the huge challenge that I have is marketing myself and my business, but I'm asking the help of marketing agencies out there to create me a strategy, as well as helping me out in creating a copy. They call it like a description of what is your business is all about. So yeah, we have done that, and we are marketing it through the Facebook. We're sending out videos. We're sending out events. We're just putting out little descriptions here and there about the piece of property that we find, and we still utilize the Kijiji, right? Because everyone else is going there. So those are the marketing channels that I am going through right now. But eventually, what I would like to do is have a list, create a list, email list, where people will receive newsletters and stuff like that, and receive deals that I have in hand that they can just receive it in their email and see if they're interested, then they can contact me in the email, and if not, they can just delete the email.
How humble you are, Mark. Just want to emphasize more. Mark is a very knowledgeable guy and technology guy, so that beacon will be very beneficial for the marketing. We never done it presentations prior to, a few months ago before the very short presentation. This is the second one, but I can tell everybody I am straightforward shooter. Mark has improved, and he can sell himself like a pro at this moment. He was very shy to speak before publicly, right? And then you will be speaking in the events. You will be building your, brand recognition on a regular basis. One of the things, RSP, right? You will be talking about that, right? We will be doing some presentations. So, guys, he is very humble, very quiet, but he will be rock and roll in the real estate investing industry. And I believe that he has a huge potential. So, Mark, one of the things which people are facing is challenges, right? They are facing what if, they are facing marketing issues, they are facing networking issues. I would like to give you one of the last question is, what would you like to tell anyone who is actively investing in real estate or who is thinking about real estate investing from your own perspective as a real estate investor, as a person who is doing the stuff?
This is probably has been I didn't come up with this one. I just learned it from somebody else's. And basically, for any challenges that you have, for any networking challenges, all you can do is basically ask. If you ask question, if you ask the person, you start a conversation by asking question or commenting or anything. But when you ask question, that's when you will start uncovering beautiful gems from this other person, right? So I think utilizing that one would actually help you out big time in your real estate investing, in your networking and whatsoever. But it will help you not only on those areas, but in general in your life. So just ask the question, just ask.
Keep asking.
Keep asking, and the answer will come to you.
Okay. I have stated a long time ago, kind of a motto of my suggestions, right? And that's exactly whatever you're saying is ask, keep asking, answer, keep answering, right? Teach someone to answer and keep teaching someone to answer, right? So that's the natural progression. And anybody who will be asking, I promise, I believe it, that anyone who knows that answer to the question, they will be very, very happy to answer. And that's what is networking about, right, Mark? So do you have any final thoughts for everybody? Then we will conclude this presentation, and then we will start, rock and rolling in real estate investing world, which is the most important part of our life, right?
For sure, yeah. The final thoughts is essentially, if you are having difficulties, investing your RSP money or anything in investing in general with real estate investing, don't hesitate to approach us. Jarek is very helpful business person in the real estate investing realm, and he or I or anyone in the real estate or street smart real estate investing would be happy to help you out and answer the questions that you may have. Who knows, if you keep your questions, it will never get answered. So put your questions out there and it will be answered.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate your friendship and your business relationship. We became friends already, so.
I really appreciate, Jarek. You're a big help in my development, in my business. I really appreciate you and the team for putting up on me, because I sometimes have the difficulties, but I'm just very thankful. All right.